Hey, it's Carnivore Ken. Your favorite carnivore. It is April 19th, 2024. And this is another health walk and talk with me, senior citizen Carnivore Ken, and my senior citizens, Golden Doodles, Luna and Sasha. Yeah, it's a little bit warmer today, so I have been stopping and giving my dogs more water breaks on our 8-mile journey. So that has definitely been happening. I guess I don't wear all that fur. They're struggling a little bit, so I don't want them to, collapse on me. So every once in a while I gotta give them a little break and give them a little water. And I did bring that on with me. I was anticipating that. So how's your week going, folks? Everybody enjoying this week, the nicer weather rolling in, enjoying their optimizing and their health related things. It's been pretty good for me this week. I haven't had a chance to get back on here and do a video, but to recap today, I woke up, we started our workout at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Today we did upper body, and we did mainly chest, and we did some heavy deadlifts. And then we finished off with doing 10 sprints. So it was definitely very taxing. I went in, I ate some like 6-7 eggs, ate me some meat, some sausage and bacon, and took just a slight break, and then I said, I need to make a video. So here I am. I decided I'd go out and do a little 8-mile walk, and we're over halfway done now. So we are on the downhill slide. It's a beautiful day out here. Very, very beautiful. A couple days ago, we did legs. I did legs yesterday, but I did legs Tuesday, and yesterday I did legs at the YMCA, but Tuesday I did legs in my workout mecca, in my garage, and I did a ton of lunges, and I gotta tell you, my gluteus maximus and my hamstrings have been a little tender all week. Takes me a little moving to get the stiffness to go away. So that definitely works your glutes and your hamstrings doing those lunges, So highly recommend that if you want to tighten up the tush. So everything else has been going real good. I've been one thing that I am doing a little bit different this week. I did get my blood test back, by the way. And once again, even though on my last blood test I was technically pre-diabetic, they didn't check the HbA1c. They didn't even bother looking at it. It's not on the test. So I go in Monday, and one of my questions for the doctor will be, how do you know, since I'm technically pre-diabetic, how do you know it's not getting worse if you don't test? I mean, it was a fairly basic panel from what I can see, and of course they're worried about the lipids, and I did have improvements on the lipids. I went from total cholesterol of 421 down to total cholesterol is now 358, so that has went down. My HDL is supposedly that's a good cholesterol, is 89, and my triglycerides is 76. So my triglyceride to HDL ratio is 1.17. So that's like very optimal. But when I was looking at their ratios they care about, is like HDL to LDL ratio, and HDL to total cholesterol ratio. They got a few ratios on there, but on all the ratios that they are concerned about, because they don't really, at least my doctor don't really think much of the triglyceride HDL ratio. On all their ratios, I am optimal. According to my Google searches, even by their standards, I'm optimal as far as the ratios, although my total cholesterol is too high for them, and of course I highly recommend a statin drug, which we all have to make our own decisions. I decided I'm not going to go that route. I have many reasons for it, and I'm going to post one thing, a brand new discussion on cholesterol and statins and the lean mass hyperresponders and all that. It was a panel discussion, and there's one part, there's a cardiologist on there. His last name is Nadar, and one point that he brought out was, and he is like me, he is same age, 64, and his calcium score is not 0, is other than 0. But the one thing he mentioned about statin drugs is that when you eat... All right, I'm back. My camera stopped working because it's too full from pictures and videos. I deleted some stuff, so hopefully it's happened to me before, but hopefully this will fix it. So anyways, I was talking about cardiologist Nader mentioning something I found pretty interesting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this discussion in the description of this video so you guys can see it for yourself. There was one doctor on there that was kind of pro statins to a point, and two doctors that were, one that was kind of like, maybe, maybe not, and the other guy, you could, the cardiologist Nader, you can see he's pretty much for lifestyle and low carb diets as a means of treating whatever might be wrong with you. So anyways, one point that Nader brought out that I found very interesting, and the doctor that was kind of pro statins really didn't debunk was that cholesterol is made when you eat food. It's made from the food you eat, and your liver makes cholesterol, correct? But the brain makes its own cholesterol. And Dr. Nader pointed out that statin drugs can pass the brain-blood barrier, and they actually do get into your brain. So the statin drugs get in there, and that isn't deniable. Actually, he says that is what causes cognitive problems and mental fog and all those. So if you're on a statin drug and you feel a little foggy, it very well could be from the statin drugs, because they do bypass the brain blood barrier, and your brain makes its own cholesterol. I'm sure your brain knows how much cholesterol it needs, and I don't think a drug going into the cervical cortex, whatever they call it, the brain, bottom line, I don't think a drug going in there and trying to manipulate that's a good thing, but that's me, okay? And the bottom line is you know why it's so important, why I bring up cholesterol and statin drugs, is because people go on low carb diets to fix a lot of different health conditions, or to fix the fact that they're obese and they've always fought with their weight. And you know, it's not uncommon for cholesterol to go up and all your other biomarkers look good. And in my case, you know, that's exactly what happened. But I also have the calcium, that's the bad CAC score, and that could have been, you know, from my past 30 years of plant-based eating, which you know, the lean meats and all the pretty vegetables and fruits, and it obviously didn't work for me. My weight fluctuated my whole life. Since going low carb, this is the first time I've ever maintained my weight for such a long period of time. I mean, I've been doing this, you know, basically I'm working on 7 years. I'm working on 3 years of carnivore now, and I don't have weight fluctuations anymore. So, you know, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Mental fog without the statin drugs, right? But I was gonna say something, but anyways, the statin thing is a big issue because that's often what happens. And of course, you're feeling great, your doctors want to put you on a statin drug, so you know, that's hard to take when you're feeling fantastic from the carnivore or the keto, and basically the medical doctor is saying you're sick. Here, you need this medicine. You need the prescription drugs. And another thing, Dr. Nader, of course I'm biased because I'm anti-statins, I'm pointing out his side of the story, is that most of these studies that are real large and, you know, somehow find a benefit in a statin drug or any other medication. I'm sure there's medication that is needed, don't get me wrong, but a lot of those studies are funded by Merck and other pharmaceutical companies, and they have a financial incentive to try to find something good in a drug because they want to make big money off it. So, you know, I mean, you can't always trust every study. That's all I'm saying. I like the natural approach. I don't think human beings are meant to be sick. That if you're doing the right thing, I like Dr. Shafty. Basically, he ain't for any supplements or anything. Like he says, the only thing you need to be healthy is eat meat and drinking water. And if you cut everything else out, that's how you can be optimal. And I'm finding that is kind of the way I'm feeling about it all. The one thing I did not give up was artificial sweeteners. I mentioned that in my past videos. And since my doctor did not do the HbA1c, my sugar level, that glucose was done, it was 102. And mind you, my test wasn't until like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and I had been fasting all day. So I don't like the fact that it was 102. But that doesn't necessarily mean that my insulin resistance, if I'm even insulin resistant, I don't know, my pre-diabetes is getting worse, but I assume I'm a little insulin resistant because my, you know, my last HbA1c was 5.9, so definitely I'm a little insulin resistant. But I really can't tell if it's getting worse or not because they didn't run that test. And I think one glucose reading is, you know, you could have anxiety about going to the doctor and your glucose might go up a little bit for a period of time. So without fasting insulin or HbA1c, I really can't tell, other than the HDL to triglyceride ratio indicates that I am metabolically healthy. And I think even the HDL to LDL mentioned that because that ratio was so primo that's a sign of metabolic health too. But I'm still gonna get on the doctor on Monday. I'm not one of those just do as the doctor tells you to do. I'm gonna ask questions about, you know, I'm coming back in there every 6 months. What are we looking for? Are we checking out the fact that I'm pre-diabetic and we're monitoring that, or you're just concerned about the cholesterol and trying to talk me into taking a statin drug? I'm not going to take it. I don't want the risk of cancer, dementia, and cognitive decline as I age. And I saw a new study, a pretty recent study the other day, was talking about LDL-C, that in people over 60, which I'll say I'm 64, lower rates of LDL-C, supposedly the bad cholesterol, is related to higher rates of cancer, higher rates of cardiovascular disease, higher rates. That pesky camera stopped again, and I had to go back and delete some more videos. I don't like to delete a bunch because that's how I end up making shorts out of the videos I make. Well, I have to record the ones on YouTube and try to make shorts off them. But anyways, you don't care about technology, and I'm not a technology buff. But anyways, what I was talking about is the lower rates of LDL-C actually is connected in people over 60 with higher rates of all those diseases: cardiovascular disease, dementia, cancer, type 2 diabetes. Also, you know, they often want you to push LDL-C as low as possible as you age. Well, it's reverse correlation. People with lower LDL-C actually have higher all-cause mortality, morbidity, or whatever the word they use. They die sooner. So your LDL is there for a reason. I'm sure unhealthy LDL, which would be what, the ApoB, or the small dense particles, I'm sure that's a problem. But without having to go on medication, which has a whole list of other side effects, I think you're much better route of attacking the health problems that you have is by improving your metabolic health. If you get your metabolic health primo, I think a lot of your other problems will be taken care of. Remember, when you're going around in good old USA, most people are very unhealthy. I hear different statistics all the time. I keep on repeating the 2 people out of 14 are metabolically and cardiovascularly healthy. And mind you, I think good metabolic health goes hand in hand with good cardiovascular health. That's where I think my problems came from. Is you know, my cholesterol ratios and my overall cholesterol all these years have been fine. You know, because I was doing the lean meats and the vegetables and the fruits and the breads and all that good stuff, and I was still building up calcium. And I can tell you, I wasn't feeling the greatest all the time. I always worked out, but man, I had plantar fasciitis for years and years and years, and it's just gone. I mean, it's shocking. I used to have to get on the ground and rub my feet, and that was definitely, and I can't prove it, but I think it was related to inflammation from just a typical American diet and lifestyle. And my dogs are stopping. I mean, maybe they like the shade here. I'm gonna have to give them a little bit of give them a little water break here before we carry on. But well, that's it. I want to oh, there was one more thing I wanted to mention. You know, I've cut out I don't eat processed food. I've cut it all out, and I am feeling great. God, the energy is just fantastic, natural energy. But like I said, I was drinking artificial sweeteners, and since my sugar level was 102, I decided, you know, I'm going to finally do it. Dr. Shafty says that, you know, carnivore diet will get you so far, but if you don't cut out all the plants, including the coffee and the artificial sweeteners, you're not going to get the 100% effect of the carnivore diet. That last 15%, let's say, improvement that you could have, you're going to be tapping that down. So what I'm doing now, and this will be day 3 I'm into it. The only artificial sweetener I'm having is from my little pre-workout drink that I have in the morning before my workout, and that's the only caffeine I'm having. And the rest of the day I'm drinking water. And I gotta tell you, the first day I struggled. Yesterday though, you know, it's a day where I was feeling like clear mental and energetic, just drinking good old H2O all day, water. So this is day 3, and I'm going to stick with that because I think the little pre-workout drink I do and the caffeine before my workout kind of hypes me up for my morning workout, so it's a lot more intense. And maybe do this for a couple weeks, and then try to go all out, see how it goes. I still want to be able to be alert for my morning workouts, but try to go do it all. Even cut out what I do right first thing in the morning. I mean, cutting it out the rest of the day so far, I just feel like I'm not getting the I'm sleeping a little bit better just in a couple of days that I've done it. I think those the caffeine and the artificial drink sugars were hyping me up and down throughout the day, and I don't know. That's what I'm going to try. So that is one thing I am doing new. Other than right before my workout, it's just water all day, and I'm up for it. I think that's gonna maybe show some further improvement. I mean, I feel great on Carnivore as it is, but if I can get extra 10 or 15% improvement, why not? You know, why not see? And I want this diet to give me everything that it can possibly give me. And if I'm drinking the artificial sweeteners, I'm not seeing the full effect of it. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm going to do. So, day 3, at least I say I'm going to do that. You know, but it's day 3, so let's hope I hang in there. Anyways, my poor dogs, are sitting here wearing all that heavy fur in the Georgia heat. So I'm going to give them another water break, and we're right here. We're 2 miles out from my house, so we still have 2 miles to go. I got enough water to maybe give them a little water now, and at the 1 mile mark I'll give them more water, so hopefully they'll survive along with myself surviving. But I feel pretty good right now. So anyways, everybody enjoy your day. Go out there, be the best you can be, and that's it till the next time. Carnivore Ken out.
I'm about to be 64 years of age. I have an LDL of over 250, and I have a non-zero calcium score. How many of you are like me? Okay. So when we look at people like this, and let's say we have, with whatever improved our metabolic markers and we are otherwise healthy, the discussion has to be an informed consent. The physician has to sit down. And one of the things about informed consent that I didn't get into, I talked about many other things, is cognitive decline on statins. So let's talk about that. Now, your brain has the highest amount of cholesterol compared to the rest of the body. 25% of your body's cholesterol is in the brain. It's 2% of your size. How many of you know that the brain makes the entirety of its own cholesterol? Okay, just very few. How many cardiologists do you think they know that the brain makes the entirety of its own cholesterol? Very few. Now, the reason is that all the cholesterol that you eat, all the cholesterol that the liver is making, never makes it to the brain because of the blood-brain barrier. And cholesterol is integral to how your brain functions, because one brain cell talks to another brain cell through cholesterol connections. The neurotransmitters go through rafts that are lipid-rich. Now, do you think that statins cross the blood-brain barrier? Yes, they do. Do they reduce cholesterol production in the brain? Yes, they do. Does that matter? Has that been looked at scientifically? Because we are earning, the statin companies are earning in 2022, $19 billion. They used to earn about $30, $40 billion before their patents expired, but now they earn $19 billion. So that's an important question. So now before you put a patient on a statin for 30 years, is it important for you to have that discussion? How many of you will be willing to take a statin after knowing that information by a show of hands? I don't see any hands. Okay. So, I mean, I'd like to thank Dr. Cromwell because I've provoked this, group with my answers, with my questions and my answers, and he's been humble and kind to me, so thank you.